Relaunch. Off the Rip podcast, baby. Hey.
What you listening to?
Hey. Yes, sir. That's how we feeling. It's the energy we coming with this season. Hold on. Stop that. Like on the place times, but I kept that strap. Hey. I remember nights when I could remember nights. What Crazy had did it right. Yes, sir. That's how we feeling today, man. Man, welcome back Off the Rip podcast. We back for a new season. We going video this time around. My name is Tony Chennault, filmmaker, director. And we coming back with Avengers this season. This is my co-host. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
My name is Drew Thompson. Y'all might know me if y'all have picked any content from the 08 web series. It's Bumpy. So I'm here to be the co-host to this Off the Rip podcast. Great podcast. Just tune in. We're going to have all types of topics to talk about regarding sports and film. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Let's get into it, man. Well, we jumping right into it. Today, man, we comparing the Philadelphia Eagles franchise to the Rocky franchise. And today we really want to elaborate and really dive deep on how they both represent the city of Philadelphia, man. Let's start it off with our first talking point. The underdog mentality. Why do you think both of these franchises and organization represent that underdog mentality of Philadelphia?
Just off the rip. Look how that sounds. Off the rip, it's a blue collar town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the films that have been here, which is not that many, to the sports franchises that haven't won the big game or the series, whatever you want to call it, because depending on what sport, it's either a series or one game. When we win, we rejoice. When the movies do what they do, we rejoice. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we the type of town, like, we don't brag. Like, we don't brag. We're not a bragging town. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll let somebody else tell our story before sometimes we tell our own story. So whether it's a real story or not, if it comes from Philly, if it comes from, from blocks you relate to, from South Philly to North Philly to Kelly Drive, to Broad Street, to Market Street, wherever, you know what I'm saying? You just relate to it.
No, for sure. And, even taking a step further, I think the Rocky, man, movie, even though it's fiction, Rocky, the character really represents Philadelphia, man. Like that never say die attitude, that underdog, that David and Goliath spirit. Even in the first Rocky, when he go up against Apollo Creed, when everybody thought he couldn't win, right? And he shocked the world, and he beats Apollo Creed for the heavyweight championship, and it's kind of synonymous to the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, we played the Patriots in 2017. Our starting quarterback gets hurt, right? And then Nick Foles step in, and we beat the Patriots. That had Tom Brady, arguably the greatest NFL player ever, on their team. So, this town is built off resiliency. It's just built off of heart. And it's built off of just playing the right way, playing with passion, and leaving it all out on the field, on the court. So I think, that underdog mentality, both of these products represent that. And then that leads us to the grit and toughness aspect. Rocky's a symbol of grit, right? Look how he was training. He training outside, Scrap. It's 15 to 20 degrees outside. He running through the city, running through the steps. It's snowing, it's raining. Like, we have that mentality, like we're gonna get it done no matter what problems and adversity that's placed in front of us. And I think the Eagles are the same way now with being in 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years. That's pretty impressive, especially with a new coach with Nick Sirianni. What's your thoughts about that?
So just to speak back to what you said with the boxing, let's not even address the elephant in the room. I'm not too much big on fictitious characters, even though he did in Philly. Let's speak to Joe Frazier. Let's speak to Bernard Hopkins. Let's speak to all the Philly fighters that show the road that started in Philly, that give us that grit, that grunt that Philly wants to have. Let's not forget NFL. Eagles won a championship before it was a Super Bowl. So we did shit before it was even the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though, the Mayweathers take claim to the shoulder roll, it started right here in Philly.
The Philadelphia shoulder roll.
Yeah,
yep.
Right. And then you got guys like James Toney, who also was doing it before Floyd even got to the point of, being Pretty Boy Floyd. The thing about me is the grit, the grind. Philly people always at times started things, didn't get his notoriety, and really a lot of times didn't even want the notoriety on a national level. Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, you coming through clear. I'm listening to you.
Okay, so yeah, like the Eagles is a perfect example of we lost to Tom Brady in his early part of his career. Remember, McNabb was here, Terrell Owens was here. We almost beat him right down there in Florida. Things didn't go too well. I remember the game. I wasn't there, but I remember the game. And we gave him what he was looking for the last time at the end of part of his career. He still won another one, I think, after us. But the goal now is to get Andy Reid out the way. I mean, he'll be out the league before Patrick Mahomes is. So it's like at this point, get him out the way. He's going for a place where no coach has ever been in football.
Yes.
And it's our job, not just to do that, but go out there because we got the best player in the NFL. I don't give a fuck with no Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley, the best right now. He's the best player
Yeah.
in the NFL this year. I don't care about last year, whatever going on next year.
Yeah.
We got the best player in the NFL this year. And that's just the goal. Like Philly, like we always going to be compared to like cities and other places and this and that. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, whether we the smallest city, whether we we got major franchises who sometimes come up short. I take in case in point the Sixers, they coming up short right now. But the Phillies giving it the Flyers, I don't watch hockey. Eagles is giving it all.
Yeah.
I did a podcast many months ago talking about how good Boots was, but Boots got to do some things to make sure he get himself in position to get not just the big fights, but to prove to people in around the world that you're a world champion. So he is that, but you got to prove it too by beating the best of the best. That's what Philly. When we get on the stage, we do that. You know what I'm saying? When we finally get on the stage, because we don't get on the stage too much. It ain't like it's a bunch of champions coming out of here when it comes to boxing, a bunch of NBA pros. Like you play pro ball. Yeah, pro guy Philly might make the pro, but he don't stay there that long. Like we don't really get it like how other places get it. Like the DMV had put out so many pros in the last 10, 15 years. We ain't put up nothing where close. But we had pro guys, like, but for whatever reason, they didn't get there and stay there. So it's just one of them things. Like, I don't want to spill too much into the conversation, but like I said, when we get there, when we really get there, like when you look at somebody like a Bernard Hopkins, when you look at somebody like a Rasheed Wallace, who when you talk to their peers, they tell you how good they was, not the fans. Just listen to their peers.
The competition, and the competition always recognize our greatness.
Yeah, and listen how disciplined they was or how hard it was to guard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we really get the appreciation of what we contribute to sports, music, film, fashion, and just whatever else. I'm fool. I could say fool.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. Yeah. Ain't nobody, they call them subs anywhere in the country. We call them cheese sticks. So like.
Yeah. Okay, so that leads us to the next point, adversity and comebacks, right? So in the first Rocky, he didn't win his first fight against Apollo Creed, right? And Apollo Creed dominated him the first fight. Then he battles back, and then he ultimately beats Apollo Creed for the championship. So essentially, he showed that adversity, that grit, and that comeback spirit. And then with the Eagles, we lost multiple NFC championships. I remember we lost to the Patriots early on with Donald McNabb.
We lost to Tampa Bay.
We lost to Donald. We had Donald McNabb and Terrell Owens. We lost to the Patriots early on. Everybody thought we was going to win. But that redemption was 2017 when we beat the Patriots, and that was our first Super Bowl ever. And the excitement around the city, I lived in Philadelphia my whole life prior to me living out here in L.A. now for 6 years. I've been in Philadelphia majority of my life, born and raised. I never seen the excitement and the camaraderie in the city. So, the city just built on knowing how to battle through adversity. Let's speak about both of that with Rocky, the character Rocky, and then with the Philadelphia Eagles franchise, like how we have the ability to battle through adversity.
Well, you got to understand, Sylvester Stallone, if I'm not mistaken, he's from Pennsylvania, right? He's from Pennsylvania.
I'm not sure. Let's look that up.
Look that up. He's from Pennsylvania. I think I know that. I ain't got to look shit up. He's from Pennsylvania, right? He played he doesn't at himself. He doesn't get the credit he did for all the films he did.
No, he's from New York City.
All right. Well, I know he was in a
Yeah, he's from the
facility.
East Coast, so that's right up this
But
right
no,
up
no,
the
no. He was in a
95.
No. Look this up. He was in a facility called Devereaux, if I'm not mistaken. Look that up. He was in.
Delro?
Yep. He was in a facility called Devereaux, which is in Pennsylvania. He doesn't get the proper due as an actor and everything. He's a director now.
Yeah, he moved to Philadelphia after his parents' divorce.
Yes,
You're right. He
that's
spent
what
some
I.
time here. Yeah.
So again, he
He's the
embodied it.
underdog, like compared to like Al Pacino, De Niro.
Right. He's
And his movies
embodied.
probably gross just as much money as their films too.
So
But
that's what I'm saying. So that goes back to the Eagles playing in Franklin football field, back in the day, and then playing at the Vet now at the Link. They have done a lot. I mean, again, a Super Bowl is the pinnacle of everything. A heavyweight championship, is the pinnacle. That's always going to be, man. I won because at that point you're the best. You're it. But that doesn't mean everything you did to get there is to be washed away.
yeah.
And because, again, Philly, the comparisons to other cities sometimes close, sometimes not close, because the football is the NFC East. Not just the East. It's Dallas is not nowhere near the East. With Rocky, and we only speaking to the film, he was fighting a guy from Russia, but he fought a guy from Russia or some shit like that. In one of his movies.
But that's Rocky 2. That's not Rocky 1.
Doesn't matter. He fought a guy on another side of the world. He fought Apollo Creed.
And he dominated
right,
Rocky in that
but
fight
that's
and
because,
got his ass whooped bad.
No, that's because Main Man killed Creed. See what I'm saying?
And that's why Rocky fought him.
Right, but that go back to what I'm saying. We took it like
that's the ultimate David Goliath, though. That's what our city's known for.
I just wouldn't say that. I would say that. Look, let me give you. I'm gonna make an analogy. I'm making an analogy. He took the hit. He took on the responsibility to revenge Creed's death. Right. We took a responsibility to get out the shadow of the Dallas Cowboys, which is the American team. Look at that. Look at that for a second. You know how hard it is to get out of that shadow? They didn't win. They won Super Bowls before Jerry Jones became the owner. So you know how hard it is, and we got Dallas Cowboys fans in Philly.
In Philly, yeah, that's crazy.
So it means something to win a Super Bowl to shut them the fuck up. That's what I'm saying with Creed. It's a movie. He did something. Listen, it could have been like, I didn't write the movie. I don't know. I'm just saying. He did the movie. He played this part. Cool. Same thing with the Eagles. We played our part. We ain't gonna never get the comparison of Dallas Cowboys. We'll never get.
We never get to just do it to Dallas Cowboys. We always looked at as the little brother to them.
But that's the Philly. That's just the Philly persona of like.
Yeah.
What you say to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who you talking to?
I can't get this done. I can't win the championship. I can't raise the money to get this movie shot. Oh, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And if I had to do anything, I mean, in a comparison, that's why I look at it because, I mean, it's Dallas Cowboys, whoever the antagonist to Rocky is, yeah, it is.
Well, the first one was Apollo Creed, and the other one was the Russian guy.
That's what I'm saying. But
it's like we always
Rocky,
going against people we're not supposed to win against.
There you go. There you have it.
That brings us to our final point: iconic moments. So in the Rocky. The iconic moments when he's running up the steps, the training scene when he's running through the city, running through Frankfurt, he's running through South Philly in the snow, in the rain. That's like iconic Philadelphia moments, man. I remember I was playing basketball, I was training. I would get up every day and I had a little route. I would run through Logan, Brickyard, Germantown area, and loop around LaSalle every day. I would do that. I could kind of resonate with Rocky, just that training and get yourself mentally prepared. And then the Eagles, what they developed, that Philly special, the push-up, the Philly push-tush that has become so dominant in the NFL. Now you having teams trying to duplicate the Philly push-tush, which Jalen Hurts always guarantees is going to get that first yard. He's going to get that first down on fourth and 1 with the Philly push-tush. So let's just really elaborate strap about these different iconic moments in the Rocky film and with the Philadelphia Eagles.
If I ain't watch a Rocky movie in a minute. Let's be for real. But what I remember though, all right, him running down.
But the theme music, how the
No, no,
theme
no, no,
music,
no,
let's talk
no,
about that's an
no,
iconic
no,
moment
no,
too.
no, not the music. I'm about to tell you. I'm older than you. Chill out.
Yeah.
He ran down. He ran down 9th Street. He had cut off shorts. He had Chucks on. He was running down 9th and Washington, running through 5th and Tasker. All those places he was like he embodied. You know what I'm saying? Because he was really doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's Italian too. Don't forget that. So like with the Eagles, I mean the Buffalo Bills just try to run the same play and they got cheated. They really beat the Chiefs. They would have that play. I'm just going off
Just
the track.
push, yeah.
They got that first down. Just let the Chiefs fans know. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, after the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I want to get a flight to Kansas City just to let y'all know. I want to do the parade in Kansas City. I only want to do it here. But listen, come on, man. Like y'all serious? We invent stuff before New York do sometimes. Like so, like the push tush, the Philly special, the shoulder roll, like the haircuts, like what I got right now with the 6 o'clock fade, like all this stuff we invented, man. Like I'm not impressed about other cities. Never have been, never will. So like from Rocky, doing trilogies and then spinning off to doing Creed and Michael B. Jordan coming to Philly, going to Eagles, and he understanding what a joint is, and because that word could be used in so many different ways.
It's a nail.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that part right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That part. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how good we are. That's the problem. It ain't this country, because the country tell you like, Philly, Philly, what that rap be about. Like,
we just never had infrastructure. So, in saying that with the lack of infrastructure, we often get overlooked by other cities that may be more advanced from a business perspective. When it comes to film, when it comes to like music, when it comes to sports, right? But it never been a talent thing. We could put our talent against anybody in any spaces, and we compete, or even not just compete, better than a lot of other places geographically. So, both of these Rocky, Philadelphia Eagles, they embody Philadelphia, the grit, the toughness, the ability to overcome adversity, and just like I said, that never say die attitude, that's Philadelphia.
For sure.
We make our own way. We don't wait for people to let us in. You know what I mean? We often take the stairs to our success. We're not able to take the elevator, and we're not often given the same resources and privileges of other people from other places. So both of these different movie franchise and sports franchise represent those things about the city. But moving the conversation along, man, we about to get into our Go Getta segment. Go Getters is about people who are outliers. These are disruptors in their respective spaces. These are people who make their own way. These are people who kind of do things in their own terms. They don't conform to the industry or the space they in. They make the industry conform to them as talent, as creators, and as individuals. So today, man, we're going to be talking about no other than Quentin Tarantino and Barry Sanders, and how both of these guys' career is kind of synonymous with each other to a certain capacity. Now, we're talking about both of these guys. Let's talk about the legendary impact in a short time frame they had. His first 10 films was arguably 10 of the best films any director could create. We talking Reservoir Dogs. We talking Pulp Fiction. We talking about Django. Over the course of his career, his films has grossed over $3 billion worldwide, the box office. Barry Sanders, arguably considered the greatest running back of all times, and gave us some of the most iconic moments. Talk a little bit about how both of these guys' careers kind of synonymous with each other, and what makes them go-getters in your mind, Scrap.
All right, tell me this though. Where's Quentin Tarantino from?
I think he's originally from London, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second. Yeah, he's from London.
All right, so without even going, I'm not, you doing the research.
No, I'm sorry. He was born in Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right.
And he was raised in like LA, not from London. I'm sorry.
That's right. Yeah, so you do the research. You do the research. I'm not doing research. I'm doing what's off the top. The top to me stands out a Pulp Fiction, which is a classic. Reservoir Dogs, classic.
Reservoir Dogs, yes, super classic film.
But then you got Dust to Dawn. You got Kill Bill.
Dust to Dawn, that's the vampire movie.
No. Hold on. I'm talking. So let me say this, right? I didn't know he did over 3 billion. That's the fuck crazy. Second of all, God damn, this motherfucker did over 3 billion. Listen, salute to you, Quentin Tarantino, because you never go with the norm. Your shit be ultra fucking bloody and super vulgar. But
It's
to
super
compare the
vulgar and it's
two,
super edgy too. That's what I love about his
to
films.
compare the two, he didn't go with the norm of what Hollywood usually goes with. Like, his movies don't look like other Hollywood movies or other directors. And the actors that he go and get and his language that he use, because like just alone the Django, you wouldn't even think somebody, I mean, there's been those movies, but in this movie, the black man wins. Think about that for a second. This ain't the Roots, this ain't Kunta Kinte, this ain't all the other joints we saw and we thought, oh, all we did was run away and try to get freedom. No, we killed the slave master. The slave master was tricky than a motherfucker because you had Leonardo DiCaprio.
You had the Uncle Tom with the Samuel L. Jackson character.
That part too, but you had Leonardo DiCaprio doing psychology in the movie. So I watched that movie. I know that movie. And then the Barry Sanders, I mean, came out of college, Oklahoma State to be exact, went to Detroit. Didn't. The only thing is, the comparison with them two is Quentin Tarantino never won an Oscar, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we gotta look that up.
Look that up, because I'm gonna give you the analogy of that too. I don't know. Look it up. Did he win an Oscar? He got Oscar actors, but he as a director.
Nope, never won an Academy Award for Best Director.
All right,
well, he won an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, but not as a director.
Here go the whole joint. I'm wrapping up real quick for y'all. He never won an Oscar. Barry Sanders never won a Super Bowl, but arguably could be put in conversations as the best
running back and best director.
See what I'm saying?
Sometimes we can't evaluate a person's success just about winning an Oscar as the best director or a Super Bowl championship.
But it is.
It's part of it, but that should be the sole metrics for it.
It is.
Why? Because both of them are both defined. These are like generational, once in a lifetime talents, a film director and a running back.
Listen, and I'm rooting for both of them. Barry called it quits. See, the thing is, Barry called it quits. Quentin's still probably making. I don't even know if he's gonna.
Quentin's still making movies like here and there.
But listen, right? Just one alone. Just one alone. Just 1 and 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then you got to deal with the people that won multiple ones, right? Just 1 to 1. Barry Sanders was my favorite player. It probably still. I always wanted him to win the Super Bowl.
Well, he never had the talent around to know the one.
I know, and you know what make him so dope? He never asked to be traded.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino never tried to do Broadway. He stuck in his films. He stuck in what he do. Whether he go, you know what I'm saying?
And he often was criticized too by how edgy the films were, and he never let, these media or film critics
listen.
sway the way he direct and the way he create his narratives. That's what I respect too. I respect that about him.
There's no loser when you're considered one of the best. I'm just saying.
Say that again for the people out there. That was a bar. Say it again, Scratch.
There's no loser when you consider one of the best. There's no loser. But I just, as a fan, Barry, because Emmitt Smith won one. He won 2 or 3.
But Emmitt Smith was on the Cowboys.
It doesn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's a dynasty, bro.
So it don't, but that's how bad I wanted Barry to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that being a dynasty, I'm still like, damn, let me just get
one. You gotta get one.
I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm still like, I want Barry to win. And Quentin Tarantino, I've watched not all his films, but most of them. And I'm like, his shit look different than.
Yeah.
His shit look different from Scorsese. His shit look different from Ridley Scott. His shit look different from X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? His shit look even different from John Singleton.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, he mix some black actors in there too. Don't get it messed up. You know what I'm saying? He mix them in there. I can give him a lead role. So like, I'm just saying, like, I always want you to. I mean, damn, the Oscars only come around one time a year.
Yeah.
So why would I not be rooting for?
Want you to be able to win. Yeah, but let's move on to the next point with these two guys. So let's talk about their unique, game-changing style. You know, Tarantino kind of revolution filmmaking with his non-linear storytelling style violence and crazy sharp dialogue. And Sanders was like a revolutionized running back. His unmatched ability, to change speeds, jaw dropping moves, juke you. He was like, what I could kind of compare Barry Sanders to when we just talk about skill in football and we compare it to basketball? Kyrie Irving, how skilled he was, right? He's probably arguably the most skilled running back we ever seen, and Kyrie Irving is probably one of the most skilled basketball players we've seen. Like, talk a little bit about their unique game changing style and what made them different from their peers in that regard.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. I'm not at all like. How would I say this? Was there ever a movie like Reservoir Dogs before it came out?
Nah.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, and
So he
that
did.
was a lot of that was a great cast.
So
John
he.
Travolta was in there.
So that's what I'm saying. So he did
Yeah,
that early in his career, and
that was one
Barry,
of his first films.
and then Barry was just Barry been doing that shit since high school.
Yeah.
You know, I know somebody played. I know somebody played against him in the collegiate level, and they
Mm.
told me when they went to tackle him, they closed their eyes.
Mm.
They went to
Say it again.
close when they went to tackle Barry Sanders when he played for Oklahoma State. They closed their eyes.
Mm.
When they woke up, they was on the stretcher, and he was in the end zone.
Damn. Blink of an eye. Where you at?
When he said when he woke up, he was in the end zone, and he looked up, and he was on a stretcher. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's all I gotta tell you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like I said, both of these guys were extremely different. Our last talking point for this segment of Go Getters is just the passion for the craft. Tarantino is one of the most, he's a film historian. You could tell he go back and watch other films from like the 60s and 70s to draw inspiration. Because when you create art, when you create film, nothing's original. You make it original by adding your spin and your voice and offering your perspective to the art. And that's what Quentin Tarantino did with a lot of his movies. And he's somebody that constantly paid homages to a lot of his film influencers. Sanders was just like a pure talent, pure football player, um, that just focused on the game. Like he didn't care about any of the off the court, you know, endorsements, hoopla. He just wanted to play. He didn't care about nothing else. He didn't care about being in movies like athletes was. Like in that 90s era, you start seeing a lot of athletes want to start doing movies, commercials. He's like, man, I'm all about football. He kept the main thing the main thing. So our last point, let's talk about how both of these individuals kept the main thing the main thing, and allowed them to be in the class of their own.
Well, let's say this: Barry Sanders never asked for a trade. He
Mm-hmm.
retired, got drafted, all in one pot, like Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always forever. It's not like you've seen Barry Sanders with a Denver Broncos jersey. Anything else is always going to be that. You know, the sneakers match his jerseys that he had when he was out. Quentin Tarantino, to say that at his point, to use the same example, his movies. Listen, he does movies how he want to do it. He don't never
Mm-hmm.
try to do something that's of um current time.
Mm-hmm.
He might go back in time, or he might. Oh no, I don't see too many futuristic movies in him, but he never goes with the norm. Like right now, let's just say we could do a movie talking about an epidemic, be an
Mm-hmm.
epidemic. He
Mm-hmm.
ain't touching. He's not touching that. He touching. He going back. He going back to the Asian dynasty, or
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, this dynasty over here in this part. Like he
Mm-hmm.
not even worried about what the country is, too busy concerned about for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I would have to say. Directors can get pigeonholed sometimes. Do they create a film that speaks to current events, or do they say, nah, I want to do a film based on what I want to do. I read a book, I spoke with this person, I want to do a film now on this. And I want this actor and I want this act, you know what I mean? Or are you looking to say, well, guess what? Philly has an um opiate epidemic. I want to do a film about that. No. I don't want anybody.
So so you're saying Quentin Tarantino is a true testament of just creating narratives and pictures that inspire you as an artist. Like,
Absolutely, because
I don't care what's going on in reality. I'm going to do what's inspirational to me, and I'm going to bring that artistic vision to the world so y'all can see how this event or this specific individual inspired me as an artist and tell that narrative. And you got to respect that, because a lot of filmmakers often try to conform to whatever is hot or in the moment. You know, you could get influenced by producers or streamers. Oh, we looking for horror film. We looking for a romance comp. Like, no, I'm not telling that story. I want to tell a story that's important to me as an artist. You like it, cool. If you don't, next person, somebody else gonna like it. And I'm going to find my audience too.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, that's our Go Getta segment for today, man. And moving on, we got to talk about the big trade, man. Luka for AD. Scrap. How you feeling about that?
Luka salty as shit. And I hate to repeat shit, but like, let's just say that Dallas strategically, they did what they did was best for the interest. Now, it's only going to tell, depending on what plays out between this year and probably the next 2 seasons. The fact that they traded him, he won't get his. And I'm repeating shit. So just he's not going to get the super max just yet. Wow.
They say it was up for like what? Like
350,
70, 65, 73, was
345.
345, 350.
But
so that was close to like
65,
70 mil a year, Scrap.
But hold on.
So now they kind of like, they put him in a bad situation where he's going to lose out on like $150 million. I'm talking about financially.
No, he didn't.
Financially, they did. They kind of fucked him over financially.
No, they didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No. I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing that was supposed to be done. Listen, right? The boy Nico,
GM for Dallas Mavericks, for the people that don't know.
20 years of corporate business.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with Michael Jordan, dealing with Kobe Bryant, dealing with
Nike
LeBron
too.
James.
Work for Nike.
Hold on. Just follow what I'm about to tell you, because you listen. Madoka, what's his name? I'm saying it right?
The coach from the Rockets.
Say his name.
M.A.U. Doka.
He put that Boston team together.
Yeah.
The assistant coach that took over his job exposed
Joe Mazzulla.
Exposed Luke in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck how good IQ he get. He could use both pivots. He could spin off the pivot. He plays no defense.
Can I ask you a question, though? Can I intervene real fast, please? Yeah. How he got exposed when he averaged 30, bro?
Because Jalen Brown got
though. So that's like saying AI got exposed by the Lakers in 01. AI averaged 30. He didn't get exposed.
Jalen Brown do in the game.
Because they got a better team. It wasn't Luka's fault. They was way better 1 through 5.
He's the guy, not me, y'all.
Yeah.
This is the guy. I don't think of Luke the whole game. You play basketball. Mm-hmm. You know better. The motherfucker goes, people go by him. And again, I'm not the GM. He said it himself, this is going to make or break me. So guess what? Not only are we not going to short you, go. And guess what? The people that's in the know, Clutch Sports, y'all don't know. Nobody knows. This is between Rob Pelinka
and Nico directly.
And this goes back to a very simple thing: relationships. Y'all not going. And me and you was talking about this off the air. Players not going to dictate no NBA association. It's just not. Because this is my thing. I'm saying this on air. If y'all got this much problems with the owners, go start a league your own self. Start a league. But you're not going to start a league because you got to put your own money up to start a league.
Yeah.
So don't complain. You're a high-profile worker. I went to work today. I get a check every 2 weeks. You get paid on whatever the 15th or 30th. You ain't nothing but a high-profile worker. That's it. Because you ain't going to, guess what? And that go to everybody in the NBA. Start a league if you got a problem. But you're not. Because you like the amenities of Nike, Under Armour, the NBA, the whoever else is giving you money. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So don't talk to me about nothing. They don't listen. The owners, they're going to always it's a revolving door. There's a bunch of college kid overseas. You don't get Luka's a generational guy.
Mm-hmm.
Basic basketball wins games defense. He plays no defense.
Yeah. All right. Let me give my thoughts. So one, I think this is the biggest trade in NBA history.
They are, but that's
let me go. I'll let you go. Let me go. So this is why this is the biggest trade in NBA history. You trade a 25-year-old, not NBA superstar, global superstar. He was let me go. He was 5-time All-NBA first team.
He was
5 times in a row.
Yeah.
He just led you to an NBA Finals appearance. Your last
no,
NBA.
Whoa.
Let me go.
Kyrie, stop.
Kyrie is definitely instrumental. Kyrie was definitely instrumental.
Because Kyrie not there.
No, I love Kyrie game. That's my guy. I love Kyrie game. But Luka was the guy. He was the main option. He led you to a Finals NBA appearance, and you trade him for AD, who's an all-star, who's a great player, top 75 NBA player all time, but he's on the second half of his career. He's very injury prone, AD is. You trade him for Luka, who's the future of the league, who's a bona fide top 3, top 4 player in the NBA. I don't care what your order is. Luka's top 4, top 5. And I just don't understand how you trade a franchise player for an NBA All-Star center or power forward, whatever he wants to call himself, that's on the second half of his career, and he's about to be 32, and he's 25. He's in the prime of his career, and you say we want to win now. You just went to the finals. You're not going back to the finals with this team. I don't think this team is going to the finals. They got better defensively, but you just lost a lot of points offensively. You lost a person that averaged close to 30 points a game, 8 and 9. Where's that production coming from? AD's a great double-double guy. Make you 22 and 8. But where's you going to make up for those other 15, 25, 30 points a game? So, in my opinion, I think Dallas, yes, they got better defensively, but I don't know this move is going to move the needle further and then winning the championship this year or the next few years. Now, that's what I want to say about the Luka, and let me finish. Let me say the Luka and Lakers situation. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Luka needs the ball and LeBron James need the ball. They both need the ball in their hands. Saying that, this is just my theory. I won't be surprised the Lakers move LeBron the next week or so to Golden State.
That's cool. Everything said, LeBron will still be there. LeBron.
We don't know because they made a statement. With this move, they making a statement that listen. They making a statement that Luka is our guy moving forward.
That's fine.
LeBron is still LeBron James. You want to be here, great. If you don't want to be here, good. We can send you to Golden State, which you are expressed interest in playing with Steph. So that's just my take on it.
You did say that. You said it to me. But listen. All right. 86 to all that shit. Listen, let me tell you something, right? The problem with you is, because you're young, you don't understand what's going on, right?
I do understand what's going on.
No, you don't, because you talk, you said a whole bunch of shit. I'm telling you, right? Listen what I'm saying. There's no team in the NBA looking to become a dynasty. They're only trying to win a championship a year. Think about that for a second. That's all this shit is about. No team is building for a dynasty. No team. And if I'm wrong, correct me. Every team is based on the year, because trades.
I disagree. Celtics is building a dynasty.
Listen, okay. But listen what I'm saying. Boston is not guaranteed to win this year. So there can be a new champion. A dynasty is a team that wins multiple years and wins throughout the years. There's no team in NBA that's set to win or go to the finals every year in the next 5 to 6 years. They're just teams that's good the year. So that brings me to the point of the GMs. They have to win just one to solidify their job for the years to come, or to get them another job the next year to another team. That's why Nico said and looked at Jason Kidd like, this going to make a break.
And you've seen with Jason Kidd, he didn't say one word.
It doesn't
Why you
matter.
think Jason Kidd don't say one word? Because he don't really agree with that. Jason Kidd is a player's coach. He like, yo, we trade our franchise for an Asian all-star.
Yeah, but listen, Tony. There's a possibility that Dallas could still come back out the West this year. There's a possibility. Whether OKC or Denver do it, I'm telling you, they don't have
forget about
time.
Minnesota either.
I don't give a fuck about fucking Minnesota. Niggas ain't doing shit.
They still got Anthony Edwards,
Yeah, bro. But they got rid of the
Memphis Grizzlies.
They got, listen. But Ja Morant don't play every game, so it doesn't matter. I'm telling you what it is. From NFL, besides the Chiefs, because the Chiefs got a chance to be a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Sports teams, look who's winning. There's different teams winning every year. You're not having a team win besides the Chiefs. There's not no other sports team that's winning every year. Like, there's new teams winning every year. So what I'm telling you is, these GMs, they got to deal with the pressure of now. That's why you do trades and you see shit happen in the middle season. Like, hold up, like you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's not about what you saying. Oh, he's a legacy. I don't give a fuck. I don't care that Luka, the Lakers not gonna win no time soon. They're not gonna win no time soon. But because he could put people in the stands, the Lakers got to do two things in the same. They got to do one or two things in the same year. They got to try to compete for the finals or get Jack Nicholson on back in that front row. That's it. It ain't about all this other stuff. I don't watch. Listen, I don't watch NBA basketball. I don't care for NBA basketball. I'm telling you, it's a business now. It's not about.
Always been a business. I agree with you on that.
It was always about a business. But Michael Jordan, he didn't like losing.
Mm-hmm. These
dudes go shit like this. I'm gonna go be at the fashion show with Pharrell and some like just all nut shit. They divas, man. They just fucking divas. They getting paid buku money. But like I said, go back to what I said. I don't care what nobody say. Go start an NBA league. Go start a league then. Because y'all don't have more money than the owners, and y'all not telling these owners what to do. And
I think this sends a message too, just to piggyback. The owners are saying nobody's bigger than the program and the GM. And think about Mark Cuban.
No,
he gave Nico the autonomy.
I'm about to tell you something again. See, there you go. You're speaking here. Ryan, Jimmy Butler, Rand, they gonna get their way now. It's the players ahead of them in the future that's not gonna get their way. See, they gonna get their way. Ain't too many owners gonna disagree with LeBron. If LeBron said, I want to come to your town. What you want, LeBron? I give you what you want. It's the players that's coming after them.
Yeah.
That's going to feel the effect of what Jimmy Butler's doing now, which is saying, I'm not playing here.
Yeah, that's going to make the owners in the new collective bargaining agreement, they're going to make the contracts not guaranteed now.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's me and you talked about this out there. It's to the point, the NBA, you already know they're looking for a team overseas. Like,
London, Paris,
man,
some of
they not even
cities
playing. They don't even believe in American players.
All right, man. Well, who won this trade, Dallas or Lakers? And that's the last question I'm gonna ask you. Then we move on to our next.
I just want Kyrie to win again. I don't care.
Yeah, I want Kyrie to win too.
I don't care about what Luka do and don't do. I don't care about what LeBron do and don't do. I'm not a Lakers fan. There's no hate on them. I mean, LeBron has done great things for the league. I mean, but I don't care what he do and don't do at this point. I want him out the league, to be honest with you. Because he just like from him and his son, they take up spots on teams. I want Kyrie to win.
Okay. That's fair.
I want Kyrie to win.
Next rapid fire point. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, Zach LaVine to the Sacramento Kings. That just happened less than 24 hours ago. What are your thoughts about that?
Nothing.
Do you think De'Aaron Fox kind of helped make the Spurs a playoff contender?
I don't care. No, I don't. I mean, I don't care about what I don't care what they do. Like Chris Paul still trying to win a chip. Like another person get out the league. Like coach. But I'll be. You know what? I'm a DeAndre Facts guy. I'm gonna take that back. I've been following since high school. So yeah, I hope he get a chance to get deep in the playoffs now with that kid over there. That's that's a generational player. But they got Stephen Castle too. They got
the kid from UConn. He's really good. I like his game a lot.
So because DeAndre Fox, one of my guys since high school. Because I always thought he's better than Lonzo Ball. I always felt he's better than him. I mean, I think Zach LaVine. I mean,
Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. I like that backcourt. That's a solid backcourt.
Good backcourt, but
that's a solid backcourt.
But it's you in the West. It's just.
Yeah, it's just so loaded. In the West, it's top heavy already. So
get overlooked in the West so crazy. Like, and nobody watch Sacramento games. It's like nobody watch them games. So like, I mean, I don't know. Probably try to win another slam dunk contest.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our rapid fire segment, man. Just kind of reiterating my thoughts. I think Luka's going to bring another energy to LA. LA been dying for another superstar. I'm not from here, but I live here. But they had AD, still got LeBron on the team, and I think if they get a few more pieces, if they happen to keep LeBron, they definitely got to get a big man before the trade deadline. All right, moving on to our last topic. We talking about flicks of the week now. Flick of the week. So usually with our flick of the week, we highlight whether it's a movie or a TV show that's kind of like brewing in culture. So the movie that we're going to talk about today is Unstoppable. Anytime we talk about the flicks of the week, we talk about the what is it. So it's the movie Unstoppable. It centers around the life of wrestler Anthony Robles, who was born with one leg and won a national championship in 2011 while competing at Arizona State University. So this movie's on Amazon Prime. Anthony Robles is portrayed by Jerome, who gave a stellar performance of playing a handicapped athlete. I really love this film, Scrap. I don't know if you had a chance to check it out or check out the trailer. This kid had one leg and he was wrestling, bro, and he had a scholarship offer to go to Drexel University in Philadelphia. He turned down that scholarship offer to go to Arizona State because he wanted to stay closer to home. And when he got to Arizona State, he had to walk on. So he's paying for his college out of pocket. He walks on to the wrestling team. The coach, which is portrayed by Don Cheadle, tells him, like, listen, man, I respect you as a young man, but you should go take that scholarship, man, so you don't have to worry about the financial burden of trying to put yourself through school. He said, Coach, this is where I'm going to be, and I'm going to be on this team. And not only he won over the coach, but he won over his teammates and his fellow other wrestling teammates on the team. So this story is about, when you talk about theme, it just make your own way. Nobody know how great you are except you. And this guy, Anthony Robles, kind of, exemplified that. Like, man, like, nobody really believed in him besides his mother, was portrayed by Jennifer Lopez, that he had that greatness inside him. He had that greatness to become a national championship wrestler. Even though he had one leg, he was handicapped, he still didn't make no excuses. So if you want something in life, you got to go get it. And everything, your success is solely, you are 110% responsibility of your success and the outcome of your life. And this character in this movie kind of signifies that. So, the rating I would give it is an A+. It's definitely a movie worth going to see it. Like I said, it has a star-studded cast. It's currently streaming on Amazon Prime. And it's one of those feel-good movies. It's one of those tear-jerker movies at the end where you see this kid just overcome so much adversity for a dream that no one could see except for himself. And he got it done.
I think you closed it out good. I mean, I ain't see the movie. I ain't see the preview. I don't know anything about this movie.
And I don't know if you know Jerome. He played in When They See Us by Ava DuVernay. He was one of the main characters on there. So he's a good actor, man. He's a big-time actor. Think about it. He played the guy with one leg throughout the whole film. Like, imagine doing that, like, and learning, and he had to learn how to wrestle. So, like, he really bought into the role, and it's a true story. I love the film a lot, man. It's really, really a great film. So I definitely recommend everybody go see it.
Yeah, if I get a chance, I'll watch it. I think you closed it out good though, because like I said, you're more informed about that part. Yeah, I have no comment. I don't want to say anything about the movie to hurt or to bring any negative attention to it. I think, if you're saying the movie's good, I'm gonna back you on it. If I get a chance, I'll watch it. And like I said, I'm ready for the next episode where everybody tune in. I think this was the episode that we did. And keep in mind, we didn't have one of our other co-hosts here. She was unable to join us today, but she'll be back next week. And stay tuned. We're going to keep coming every week with y'all to get the visual content up. I want y'all to know that we'll be going live sooner than later too. So just keep in mind, like I said, Off the Rip Podcast, we're here to bring you sports and film from past to present to even sometimes future. Everything that encapsulates, the film and sports world.
So yeah, man, this is Off the Rip Podcast. This your boy Tony Chennault. I'm here with my co-host
Drew Thompson.
We signing off. We see y'all next week. We out. Yeah.